here's a little video for you on one of my favourite fish, the red mullet. It feels really Mediterranean. It's an oily fish, which means the oil is inside the flesh, which makes it utterly delicious. Eats at the bottom, chews off the rocks, eats all the prawns. Crustacea has a really sort of red tone to the flesh, super fatty and rich, quite fishy. My wife's not keen because it's quite strong. I think it's delicious. We're going to do something a bit different with this today. It makes great pasta, it grills beautifully, make a lovely orzo dish with it. It makes amazing fish soup and bouillabaisse and lovely stocks. You want to try and get fish which is line caught or caught from sustainable sources. And when they're like this is a great example. These have been scaled for me already, but this is not scaled. And it's got that lovely coloration to it, and the scales are all still intact. When they're netted, the fish, they tend to lose all their scales and look a bit more like these that we've scaled already. It just gives you a bit of an understanding, but they're perfect one portion size fish. Just grilled under the grill, eat that off the bone with a bit of rice, beautiful. Anyway, we're going to do a piece of butchery here, and then we're going to fill this fish and bake it. Don't see this very often, but I think it's a really lovely technique. Hope you enjoy. First thing we need to do is just get rid of all of these. To do this, off goes all the fins. We're leaving the head on, and what we're doing for this one is leaving the belly closed, so we're not taking all the innards out at this stage. That might give you a clue as to what we're going to try and do with these now. Let's trim that off as well. The back again, here we go, fins off. Good season for red mullet, late spring, early summer. They're a summer fish. They feel super Mediterranean to me. And a nice piece of red mullet grilled with a lovely summery garnish. Nice Mediterranean vegetables. Your aubergines, your courgettes, your peppers, your tomatoes, your tapenade, your olives, your green olives. That's where red mullet lives, very happily. It's not a fish that's loving all those more vegetable type garnishes like salsify and celeriac and carrots and things like that. It's just not that kind of fish. He wants to stay firmly planted in the Mediterranean. Right, let's give this a go. So we're going to go down the back of the fish as we would to normally fillet that fish, getting really high up in there. And we're going over the top of the bone like we normally would, over the tail, all the way down to the bottom, but we're not going through the bottom of that. Now, other side too. And we're going over the top there. And we're going straight down there. And we're basically going to snip the other end as well, the tail end. Like that. And then we're going to cut underneath. And then lift out that bone. Like so. I'm going to open that up a little bit further. Very gently take out those innards with it. Like so. These livers on the red mullet you can use, make a butter out of those and use them. Absolutely delicious. In fact, I might. We've got our little sort of slipper shaped red mullet now, and before we pin bone that, we do still need to pin bone it. I'm just going to do all three of those. Okay, so now we have our lovely fishes. Let's get ourselves a tray. Let's sit our fishes on the tray nicely. That's like a slipper of wonderful red mullet. Season the inside of that. A bit of olive oil. And then we're basically going to take the ratatouille and we're going to fill our fishy with a ratatouille. This fish belongs with Ratatouille. This is his happy place. Well, I'm sure he's happy at the bottom of the sea swimming around with his mates, but this is where he belongs food-wise. This is his harmony place with Mediterranean veg, loads of olive oil, capers, basil. olives, tomatoes. This is it. This is where he belongs. And what a jolly thing to cook. Haven't seen this for a long, long time. And for no good reason, because this belongs in the world. What a great thing. I like to do them like that. That is an utterly wonderful thing. One nice little drizzle. And they look handsome. Okay, so that just comes out onto our plate like that. And you could just send that to the table. Absolutely beautiful. We make this handmade green olive tapenade. It's got a little bit of spice through it, a few capers, and a bit of oregano. So we're sticking to that Mediterranean theme. I've got this tomato butter sauce, and that's the perfect thing for it. Just to sort of enhance the basil. Some really strong basil oil here. I'm just going to help bring oily textures to that. So there you go. That is my filled red mullet with ratatouille, tomato butter sauce and green olive. What a handsome fella he is too. Perfect for summer. Enjoy.